Good afternoon, lovely kids. Good afternoon, parents. I hope you all are fine, and I hope you are staying safe. Very important. Okay, today we're going to be looking at a topic which is possessive nouns. Possessive noun. Before we go over possessive noun, I want to remind you what a noun is. I would like to remind you what a noun is. A noun is a name of a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. A noun is a name of a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. Now, a noun shows what it owns or possesses. A noun shows what it owns or possesses when I introduce this very special sign, apostrophe, and my S. I call this sign apostrophe. This sign is called apostrophe, and S. A noun shows what it owns or possesses when I introduce apostrophe and S to it. An apostrophe is very simple to write. It is not always written down. It's always written at the top of the noun. At the top of the noun which you want to show its ownership for. At the top, you write it at the top of the noun. Okay, now if I want to say, I have some sentences. This is David's book. This is David's book. This is Tom's hat. This is Dan's photograph. This is Nikki's cat. This is Nikki's cat. Okay, all I did there in this is David's book, the noun there that owns the book actually is David. So we take David as the noun. Now all I did was introduce my apostrophe and S to it to show that that book really belongs to David. This is Tom's hat. Now for me to know that that hat really belongs to Tom, all I did was introduce my apostrophe and an S to it to show that it belongs to Tom. Now I said to write apostrophe, it's a backward C. You write your apostrophe at a backward C. A backward C, not the normal C you write, but a backward C. You write it backwards, and it's not down. It's always on top. Apostrophe is not down. You don't write it down. You write it on top. Okay. Now, always note that before a possessive noun always comes before the noun it belongs to. Before the noun that belongs to it. It always comes before the noun. For instance, I have a singular noun. I said we add apostrophe S to make a singular noun possessive. To make a singular noun possessive, you add apostrophe and S. Cat. I have cat. Now to make this cat a possessive, the cat's food. The cat's food. I added my apostrophe and S. Apostrophe and S. Another one I have is Tom's. This is Tom's hat. This is Tom's hat. Now for me to know that that hat actually belongs to Tom, I introduced my apostrophe. You can see my apostrophe is on top. And S. Tom is the noun, and I made it possessive by adding my apostrophe and S. I have another one. Boys. Boys. As you can see, my apostrophe is on top. Boy is the noun. That is the boy's book. That is the boy's book. For me to know that that book actually belongs to him, I introduce my apostrophe and s. Okay, and to make our nouns, to make a plural nouns that end in s, a possessive noun. To make a noun, plural noun ending in s, possessive, all I need to do is just introduce apostrophe to it. Apostrophe to it. As you can see, my apostrophe now is in blue. That's to tell you that I actually added only apostrophe to it to make it possessive. So I'm going to make a sentence with this. I have, these are the boys' books. These are the boys' books. So you know that the boys is plural. Boys is plural and not singular now. Boys is plural and not singular. So I added my apostrophe alone. Girls. 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 So I added apostrophe alone to girls. Girls is plural. Girls here is plural. So all I did was, and it ends in s, so I added my apostrophe to it. At the back, in front of s, in front of the s, I added my apostrophe in front of the s to show that this is a plural noun. Dogs. Dogs, it ends in s, it's a plural noun, so I added my apostrophe to show its possession, to show that it actually belongs to the dogs. And do not forget, it ends in s, so it is plural. Okay, I have another word. I have another one. We add s, only s, to a plural noun that does not end in s. We add apostrophe and s, sorry. We add apostrophe and s to words that do not end in s, to plural nouns that do not end in s. Now we know that there are some nouns that actually do not end in s, but they are plural nouns. Words like deer, sheep. I have some of them. Words like deer. Deer can be singular. Deer can also stand as plural. Deer can stand as singular, and deer can also stand as plural. So all I did was invite my apostrophe and s to make it a possessive. So I have the deer's antlers. The deer's antlers. So you know, I'm not talking about one deer right now. I'm talking about more than one. The deer's antlers. Okay, I have another one. Sheeps. Sheeps is also a word that can be used as singular and also spelled the same way as the plural. So this, I'm talking about the plural now. I'm talking about the plural. So all I did was invite my apostrophe and s to show its possession. So I have the sheep's fours. The sheep's fours. Okay. Now, I have some sentences which we are going to be looking at together and placing our apostrophe where necessary. Apostrophe and s to show its possession. This is Tom hat. I have this is Tom hat. Now, how do I know that this hat belongs to Tom? All I need to do is apostrophe and s. Put your apostrophe and s. So you have, this is Tom's hat. This is Tom's hat. This is Tom's hat. You can see now that the hat is actually showing that it belongs to Tom. I have another sentence. That is the cat's dish. That is the cat's dish. So I go with this. To make it a possessive noun, I place my apostrophe and s. Apostrophe and s. So I have, that is the cat's dish. That is the cat's dish. So I have made the cat the owner of the dish. I have another one, the last but not the least. I have, this is Mr. Jude phone. This is Mr. Jude phone. So now for me to know that that phone actually belongs to Mr. Jude, I place my apostrophe and S. I replace it. I invite my apostrophe and S. So I have, this is Mr. Jude's phone. This is Mr. Jude's phone. So I have made the phone Mr. Jude's own. So with this, you can know that the phone actually belongs to Mr. Jude. Now I have one more. This is Miss Ifoma's marker. This is Miss Ifoma marker. Now for you to know that this marker really belongs to Miss Ifoma, invite your apostrophe and S. So you have, this is Miss Ifoma's marker. Okay, I hope you download this video. Your parents help you, guide you to do your assessment. You feel free to ask questions on what you don't understand. I'll see you in the next class, and take good care of yourself. Bye for now.